Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Smackdown Live. We are fresh out of King of the Ring. A night to forget for the Smackdown brand, there's no denying it, but a night to remember for one man and one man alone. That man, of course, is the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. He has finally conquered Nakamura. He has finally conquered Corin. Now all that stands in front of the Rainmaker is that fateful evening at WrestleMania against the Beast, Brock Lesnar. That is to come for Okada, and we're going to be hearing from Okada later on this evening. But here tonight, we got a lot of action coming our way. A great main event. #1 contender match for the Intercontinental title right there between Kota, Ibushi and Matt Riddle. I absolutely can't wait for it. It's going to be a thriller. While both men didn't really go as far as some may have expected them to in King of the Ring, there is a chance for them here tonight to wow us all in what should be a fantastic main event between two very, very respected athletes. That is to come in tonight's main event, but we start things off by hearing from the man who is back, the SmackDown General Manager, Christian James. And here he is, coming towards the ring. Looks good. Looks like he hasn't lost anything, it seems. Looks like he hasn't missed a step since being out. Glad to see him back as well. Christian James back on SmackDown after a 2-week absence. And let's see what he's got for us here this evening. He's actually not even wasting any time. He doesn't even want to introduce the show. He's saying that the last time we saw him, he was a victim from an unhinged man, a victim of his attack, who believes there's a conspiracy to hold him down. Well, that is not the case. Talking to him directly is Christian James, saying that AJ Styles, as a result of his actions and as a result of his beliefs, is suspended until after WrestleMania, effective immediately. Christian James not messing around for a second on his return. So we get that out of the way now. We look forward to WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year. We already know the Beast and the Rainmaker will face off at the WWE title, but it's going to be a historic evening for the women's division, as they will have a 6-woman ladder match for the SmackDown women's title. I think that's the first ever women's match to be contested with a ladder involved. The 6 women who will square off for the title will be the champion Ruby Riott, Nikki Cross, Becky Lynch, and 3 other women who will qualify for it over the next few weeks, and they start right here tonight. As a matter of fact, they're going to start right up next as well, because that is when the women's match is. That is huge news for the women. And of course, that is not all. In tonight's main event, there will be a #1 contender match for the 2 men who represented SmackDown at King of the Ring, Kota Ibushi and Matt Riddle. The winner faces Finn Balor at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title. That is going to be one main event that you absolutely do not want to miss. Christian James back and with a bang on SmackDown Live. AJ Styles suspended. Intercontinental title match to be decided at WrestleMania. 6-woman ladder match to be decided at WrestleMania. Welcome back. Well, a huge start to the evening for everyone involved, and we are not going to waste any time in continuing on with it either, because the first match of the evening starts where his announcement left off. A women's match here to determine who joins those 3 women in the ladder match at WrestleMania, and a great, huge opportunity for Tegan Nox here this evening to qualify amongst some of the biggest names in the SmackDown Live women's division. I mean, you've got Ruby Riott in there, you've got Nikki Cross in there, the former women's champion, you've got Becky Lynch in there, the reason why Ruby Riott is the SmackDown women's champion. That's going to be insane. And think about it, we've talked a lot over the weeks, and we saw measures taken at Extreme Rules to eliminate the threat of the Riott Squad. You know, how they've made such an impact, made such a difference in matches every single week. This completely nullifies that. This completely takes away what the Riott Squad could do. Unless they qualify for the match, they are completely nullified. Because there are Logan, Morgan, and Riott. Riott's already in the match. Morgan and Logan, if they don't qualify and they try and charge the ring, there are 5 other people there to just get rid of them. And they will get rid of them as well. That's the important thing to remember. That is then, though. This is now. That is a maybe for WrestleMania. What we do know is for certain, though, is this 6-woman ladder match is happening, and we are about to see who is going to represent, well, I guess, Britain in this upcoming match, because here comes Paige towards the ring, former Raw Women's Champion, taking on Tegan Nox here. This is a very entertaining matchup. It is England versus Wales, which to any UK fans might relate to something towards rugby. I don't fucking know. Nevertheless, Paige ready for this one here this evening, as is Tegan Nox. I think Tegan Nox is more hungry for this opportunity than Paige is, in all honesty, because the simple reality is Paige has seen great success in this universe. She's a former Raw Women's Champion for about 6 months, I believe it was. Tegan Nox hasn't had that. She hasn't had that chance. She hasn't had that feeling. She is incredibly hungry for an opportunity like that, and she will do an awful lot to get her hands on it, even if it means going through the incredibly talented ring wrestler that Paige is. Big backdrop there in the early goings of this match here. Paige trying to take charge of Tegan Nox early on here. Of course, if there is anyone who's going to know what it's like to be in a big match scenario as well, it's going to be Paige. Definitely had a great 2017, 2018, perhaps not as good of a year for Paige. Missed being nominated for Women's Superstar of the Year. Smackdown could take home the reality that they came second in that voting with Becky Lynch. Who knows, maybe if Tegan Nox can win here tonight and kickstart everything for her at WrestleMania, she could be in the awards ceremony for this year. The 2019 Women's Superstar of the Year. Good all-star here. Nice splash in the corner. Big fire from Tegan Nox being shown. Oh, big. Looked like she went for a kick, but she kind of ended up kicking her in the face instead. Tegan Nox now. Canadian Destroyer from her. Looked for the cover on Paige there, but not happening. Paige now the one in the turnbuckle. Oh, what a knee there from Paige. Caught. Tegan Nox flush with it. Reverse DDT now, and Nox goes down. Nox actually having grown up not far from myself. That's why I always have an allegiance towards Tegan Nox any match she's ever in. Always got to represent your own countrymen and women. Cover made here by Nox to qualify for WrestleMania. Paige kicks out early. Could definitely see the fire though within Tegan Nox as she's in this one. Paige charging at it. Nope. That didn't go the way she wanted it to. Head scissors and down she goes. Tegan Nox is definitely doing a good job right now of actually containing Paige, keeping her in her base, keeping her in her tracks essentially, and doing as she pleases. Tegan Nox now, oh, went for an elbow drop off the second rope. That didn't go the way she wanted it to. Paige in with a big unnecessary counter, and here we go. Paige Turner. And now Paige going to look to try and end things right here, right now. Looking to qualify. Looking for the Rampage. DDT. Paige got all of it. And Tegan Nox with 2 and 3. Outmatched in an instant. Paige going to WrestleMania. And that is 4 of the women decided for what will be a historic ladder match. A WrestleMania tradition being handed off to the women this year. And look at that field right now. Ruby Riott, Nikki Cross, Becky Lynch, Paige. The 4 biggest names in the SmackDown Live Women's division. And you saw there, Nox had a lot of fire, a lot of heart within there. Paige didn't care. She just stopped it. She just counted it. And then the Rampage DDT ended it. A very fairly easy win for Paige. Tegan Nox going to be disappointed with the performance there, but when you're taking on one of the most talented in-ring women in Paige, those things happen. Nevertheless, moving on to our next contest of the evening. We saw him lose at King of the Ring. He's back in action here tonight. Shinsuke Nakamura one-on-one against Kofi Kingston. I believe we have seen this matchup before on SmackDown Live, but it is now between 2 men who are fairly out of favor. And that is something to be said about Shinsuke Nakamura. What a match it was at King of the Ring 48 hours ago. Inside Korakuen Hall, Nakamura and Okada sacrificed everything they had in one another to be the #1 contender. Nakamura went to every length that he could to make Okada's life miserable, to take that opportunity away from Okada, but in the end, he couldn't stop the Rainmaker. He just didn't have it in him to stop him, and the follow-up, the combination of 2 Rainmakers in a row was too much for Nakamura. He didn't get up. And now Kazuchika Okada goes to WrestleMania, but Nakamura has a chance to bounce back right here, right now, with this one. Also, not too certain what the plan will be for WrestleMania, because as we've heard, the Intercontinental title will be decided here tonight. So too has the WWE Championship. So I'm not really too sure what is open for Nakamura. I don't think there are any titles open for Nakamura. The WWE Tag Team titles have already been decided as well. But Nakamura, I imagine, so frustrated after that loss, might be willing to do anything to get his name back out into the. That's what I'm looking for here. Back out into the into everyone's heads. That he just has to get himself into a match against the man who the last time we saw him came so close to winning the Intercontinental title back. It was almost heartbreaking in so many ways that he didn't win it, but that was the way the cookie crumbled on that evening for Kofi Kingston. One move short of becoming the Intercontinental Champion for a second time. Looked for trouble in paradise, got countered, and then missed with one move, and it allowed Bloody Sunday to connect the 3 counter strike and Finn Balor to win their final match as the Intercontinental Champion. It was a great contest, but Kofi Kingston can now in many ways look further ahead, look higher to what is coming his way, and could perhaps look to the future for a new opportunity, a new horizon for him maybe. We'll find out about all of that as time goes on. Nakamura though, look at this, just not messing around in the early going there, just showing off his power almost. Kingston isn't one for messing around right there. Moves out of the way of that one, but ran straight into that knee. Nakamura showing no remorse in the early stages. A fired up King of Strong style. There's no doubt about it. A pissed off one as well, I imagine. Up in the air, big knee there, caught him with it. Nakamura from behind, German suplex. Imagine how Nakamura feels considering he threw all of his arsenal at Okada at King of the Ring. He threw every little bit of offense he had. He broke out the low blow. He went to that extent. He went to those desperations to be the #1 contender to the WWE Championship. And it was more of a case of Nakamura wanted to do that to make life difficult for Okada. He wanted to cost Okada the #1 contendership more than he wanted to be the #1 contender. There's no doubt about that when it comes to Shinsuke Nakamura. Everything he was doing, everything he's been doing over these last 6 months or so has been to alienate, to frustrate Kazuchika Okada. And that all cracked on Sunday. And now Nakamura has to go to a completely new drawing board with nothing in front of him almost, with nothing to look out for. Kind of there by the former world champion. There's a spinning kick in the face and down goes Kofi Kingston. Shinsuke Nakamura, though, trying to get aggressive once more. Kofi Kingston was getting in some moves, but now it seems as if Nakamura is interested in stopping that here. Forearm in the face. Kofi stops him, though. Into the turnbuckle we go now. Kingston has him, turns him round. Could see a big move, not going to happen. Nakamura gets countered as well. Kingston with a drop kick, and Nakamura's got to be getting more and more frustrated with every moment that passes because he just cannot get the wheels turning right now. Kofi doing his very best to stop him at every turn possible. Nakamura with a counter there, however. Went for a big kick in the gut there. Kingston caught the leg. If ever there was a moment for Kingston to beat the former world champion, now is the time. These two guys once met for the world title in an episode of Monday Night Raw, and Kingston was inches away on that evening from being the world heavyweight champion. Trying to topple Nakamura right now. Big counter there from the King of Strong Style. Off the hanging onto the ropes there with Kingston. Nakamura eyed that up and capitalizes on it to his fullest extent right there. Using the ropes to his advantage. Nakamura in the right place right now to try and finish off Kofi Kingston here. Been a rough few weeks for Kingston, and he's trying to make the former Intercontinental Champion's life even worse. There's a kick right in the gut. There's a knee in the face as well. Kingston reeling from that. And may well... Oh! That could have been the Kinshasa there. The Nakamura just had countered, but another German suplex. And Kofi goes back down. Nakamura knows how to stop a match right in its tracks. He's going to try and do it here. Landslide away from the ropes. Cover on Kingston, searching for victory. And something we've seen so many times. The heart of Kofi Kingston shining through there and denying victory. A forearm that was there from Nakamura though. Kingston now sends Nakamura into the opposing turnbuckle. Big hits here from Kofi Kingston. What's the important thing to remember is that although it's been about 2 weeks since that match, we don't know what the state of Kofi Kingston's head is like. The last time we talked about him, he was dealing with a minor concussion, and Nakamura's offense is certainly suited towards provoking it. There's the exploder again from Nakamura. Kofi reeling from this right now, and Nakamura in. Flurry of quick strikes there. Kingston's day looks like it's going from bad to worse. Kinshasa from Nakamura, and with 1, 2, and 3, Nakamura has won it. 48 hours removed from a crushing defeat to Okada, Nakamura returns with a bang and with a victory to his name. Kazuchika Okada may well be going to WrestleMania, but Nakamura still keeping himself a surefire candidate, a surefire name on SmackDown Live, returning from that loss with a win. Nakamura, your winner there. And that's about all we can say about that. Kingston going to be disappointed in his performance. Maybe he still needs more time off after that devastating loss. Nevertheless, time for our next contest of the evening. If I remember rightly, it should be a tag team match. It is going to be a tag team match. It is going to be the Dangerous Alliance, the duo of Sheamus and Pete Dunne against the Usos. Well, it was 2 weeks ago, I believe, that we saw the duo of Sheamus and Bobby Fish become the #1 contenders to the tag team titles. Now, though, newest member of the Dangerous Alliance and Pete Dunne's going to get his first run out with the group, teaming with Sheamus here. Not too sure why, but you can damn well be sure that Paul Heyman's going to be at ringside for them as well. Sheamus, the first man out here towards the ring, and there is Heyman. No sign of Bobby Fish, it would seem. But this one, definitely going to be a very interesting contest as well, as these two men, of course, by that I'm referring to Sheamus and Heyman, will gear up for the tag team title opportunity. I'm not too certain if... I mean, I know it was Fish who won it, but maybe if it might be a case here where if Dunne does good enough in this tag team match that they might elect Pete Dunne. I don't really know which way they're going with it, I'll be honest, but Sheamus nevertheless lining up things, ready for this tag team match, ready to team alongside Pete Dunne, ready to see how things go for the Dangerous Alliance, the newly reformed and the arguably improved Dangerous Alliance from when we first saw it, well, from when we last saw it back in like September. It was Jinder Mahal then. Now we've got Sheamus, a two-time world champion, and Pete Dunne, the longest reigning NXT Global Champion there has been since that title was created. So there is definitely an awful lot of success in the Dangerous Alliance right now. And of course the main helm of it all comes from the three-time WWE Champion Bobby Fish, the longest reigning WWE Champion as well. Here comes Pete Dunne. Didn't start off his career in the Dangerous Alliance the best of ways. Last week losing to Matt Riddle in an incredible matchup between the two sides in which Riddle picked up the win. But that was then, and this is now. Dunne can turn things around very quickly if he sees fit, and I think he does indeed see fit as well. The Bruiserweight heading towards the ring here with a kind of a motif to do well. You know, he's got that motivation now to really try in this one, to really force himself to get something out of this, match, to show that he belongs in the Dangerous Alliance, that he belongs on SmackDown Live, and that there is no doubt about the fact that Pete Dunne is a name that people should, without a doubt, be keeping their eyes on SmackDown Live in the months and weeks to come. And that can all start in this tag team match here this evening. The Usos are tough customers. We've seen it in the past. We've seen it time and time before. And we are about to see it again this evening. It's not going to be an easy one for the Dangerous Alliance. And here we go between these two sides. Sheamus going to start things off against Jey Uso. He's charging him with a flying forearm there in the Celtic Warrior. The Usos definitely fired up, definitely wanting to start things the right way here in this tag team matchup. Definitely wanting to kick things off the absolute right way and really provide an upset over the number one contenders as well. Here we go, Sheamus now, big lariat there, and down goes Jey Uso in the early goings of this one. Sheamus going to look for the suplex here. That is one heavy suplex coming from about a 260-pounder as well. It's got a lot more impact behind it than most men would have in their suplexes. In the turnbuckle goes Jey Uso, tag made. Pete Dunne, quick tag in this one. The Bruiserweight is legal. Let's see what these two guys will do. Forcing him into the turnbuckle. What's this all about here? They've definitely been working with one another on their tag team offense. And Dunne will start off his repertoire with a identical suplex to the one that Sheamus hit. Pete Dunne perhaps having learned some new offense under Sheamus or Bobby Fish. Perhaps going to try and use that to his success here tonight. Big suplex powerbomb. Jey Uso not getting off to a good start at all. Good counter from Jey though. Sends him to the turnbuckle. Into his own turnbuckle as well. And could make the tag into his brother Jimmy right now. Here we go across the ring. Tag made. In comes Jimmy Uso this time around. Jey holding him back in the turnbuckle. Jimmy getting a big head of steam. And a flying forearm connects on Pete Dunne. Snap me there, and Pete Dunne goes down, but look at the might of the Bruiserweight there, shrugging off that kick in the back and hitting a discus forearm of his own. Off the ropes now comes Jimmy Uso. Collision between the two men there, however. Double underhook suplex. Dunne just landed it like it was nothing. Absolutely extravagant work from the Bruiserweight there. Stuck the landing, and now going to make Jimmy Uso pay. Regal Plex. Got all of it. Didn't go for the bridge, but the move itself devastating enough. Tag made. Sheamus the legal man once again here. Good tag so far from the Dangerous Alliance. Back body drop, and down goes Jimmy Uso, looking to make the tag into his brother. Long way to crawl, and Sheamus was standing right in the way of it anyway. Flying forearm again though from Jimmy Uso. And now he's the one needing to make a tag. Spinning kick in the gut to Sheamus. Counter there. Jimmy Uso sent to the turnbuckle, and look at that. Just standing back and letting Jey Uso tag himself in, essentially. Sheamus knew exactly what he was getting himself into. It's about to be a collision between two brothers. Jimmy and Jey butting heads with one another there. Sheamus forcing Jey into Jimmy. But Jey with a good counter right there. Nice reverse DDT. And now trying to keep Sheamus pinned down. It might well be a 2-on-1 scenario here for Jey Uso to overcome, but that's not going to stop him from trying to fight Don right now. Look at this. What we're going to see here, Tequila Sunrise from Jey Uso. Look at the way he's hoisted up that leg. The back of Sheamus arcing at a very awkward angle as well. But Sheamus kicking his way out of that one. Good stuff indeed from the Celtic Warrior. Quick strike as well, and again, I think he might be looking for a tag made, and he will. Tag into Pete Dunne, and look at this tag team offense from the Bruiserweight and the Celtic Warrior. Jimmy Uso now the one wanting the tag in, and he gets it. Jimmy Uso fresh in on this one. Pete Dunne and Jimmy Uso trading chops with one another right then and there. Wrist lock lariat there from Jimmy Uso. Looks for a chop again. Pete Dunne stuffs him. Now in the front face lock. Good vertical suplex there from Pete Dunne. And I think this is all about what Dunne's trying to do. He's not trying anything flashy. He is just trying to win this one. A simple and as effective as he can, but the Usos definitely tough customers in that regard. Pete Dunne going over the top there and almost crashing into Jey Uso in the process. Checked on the Usos side of things as well, gives an even bigger advantage to the Usos. Back in the ring we go, however. Pete Dunne sending them back in the ring. He has the arm. Oh, but gets caught with a big forearm there from Jimmy Uso. Dunne counters Jimmy Uso though. Good counters back and forth. Pete Dunne with an almighty forearm. Bitter end! And that one struck from out of the blue. Pete Dunne having to drag Jimmy Uso away from the Usos turnbuckle. Jey Uso going to be taken care of by Sheamus. There's two, but a kick out. Not enough to finish things. The bitter end not taking care of business right there. And Pete Dunne looking on a bit questionable about it all. As if to say, how did that not end things? Up and over the top rope he goes now. Counters the forearm with one of his own. Jimmy Uso reeling. Small package. Small package by Pete Dunne, but a very early kick out by Jimmy Uso. Sheamus hitting the ring right now and looking to get rid of Jey Uso from the ring. Sending him back over the top rope. Suplex powerbomb meanwhile in the ring. This is all the Dangerous Alliance right now. Another counter from Jimmy Uso, though. He knows how to make sure that the tag isn't being made into Sheamus. Sunset flip, though. Sunset flip from Pete Dunne. Will this be enough to put things away? There's two and a kick out again. Look how on his game Sheamus is, though. Always there to try and make sure that the tag isn't made, or the Jey Uso rather, doesn't intervene in this matchup. I got to imagine that the Dangerous Alliance were wishing that the bitter end did end things here, but it absolutely did not. Good counter from Dunne again. He's really been excelling in this match as the Bruiserweight. Lovely enziguri. Jey Uso almost begging for the tag there to be made. Not happening. Pete Dunne stopping it firmly in its tracks, but can't make the tag into Sheamus. Definitely reached that stage, I think, where he wants to make the tag into Sheamus as well. Throwing him into the turnbuckle, stuck with a big boot in the face. Look at these counters now. Jimmy Uso, no matter what he's taken, fighting on in this matchup still. Oh, but maybe not for much longer, because here comes another bitter end from Pete Dunne. Jimmy Uso, though, saved by his brother. Jey Uso makes the save, and Dunne is infuriated. Boot in the face of Jey Uso. Pete Dunne now. Triangle choke applied. Dunne isn't messing around. He's got the arm in there. He's got the legs hooked around, and Jimmy Uso taps out. This was a match all about showcasing Pete Dunne and the Dangerous Alliance, and they did a damn good job of it. Pete Dunne and Sheamus, your winners. The Dangerous Alliance have done it. And they seem awfully confident about their win as well. The Usos recovering on the outside. Jey Uso did everything he could to save that match. But in the end, that triangle choke was on, and there was no one who was coming to rescue him. The Dangerous Alliance are your winners. Pete Dunne showing that he is more than just a name on Smackdown Live. Big win from there. No doubt about it. Heyman's going to be pleased with that one. Rather annoyingly. Time to move on to our next contest, though. I'll actually explain that. Coming up next, Chris Sabin versus Kevin Owens, one-on-one here, but the D.C.C are firmly in the corner of Sabin, of course, as he heads towards the ring. The offense, I guess you could say, or rather the stature of the D.C.C, has been relatively muted over the last few weeks and months. It's not been a very good time, I think is the best way of saying it. It's been, you know, they had their rise at Survivor Series. Baron Corbin had his win over Kevin Owens at Fully Loaded, and from then it's just kind of dipped back downhill for them. There's not really been anything to talk about for the longest time now for the D.C.C. None of them were in the Royal Rumble. None of them were in King of the Ring. Matter of fact, I don't even think they've had a title shot in a very, very long time. But this man has had a title shot. This man has made the most of his chances. This man came oh so close at the Royal Rumble to being the WWE Champion for a 5th time. Kevin Owens heading towards the ring for this one. Ready to go. Ready to square off against Chris Sabin here, a man who he has had some issues with in the past. Owens tied for the 2nd most world title reigns in this universe alongside Austin Aries, but has held 1 title more than anyone else. 4-time WWE Champion. Next closest is Fish on 3, and Punk with 3 world heavyweight title reigns as well, but that is a different title. Kevin Owens, though, ready to go in this one. Ready to make a statement. Ready to make a splash as we head towards WrestleMania. It's going to be very interesting. The first WrestleMania, maybe he didn't appear in the one 2 years ago, but nevertheless, it's going to be one without the prize fighter on the way things are going. But it could be a statement being sent towards after WrestleMania, towards whoever the WWE Championship may be then. And Kevin Owens will be coming for them. Here we go. This contest gets underway. Side headlock from Owens. Side headlock from Sabin. Owens pushed him off the ropes there, looking for some kind of slam, but the former NXT champion powering his way out of it. Sabin. Wonder what his reaction is to seeing his old rival in Kazuchika Okada going to the main event. That's not happening. Going to WrestleMania to fight for the WWE Championship. I wonder what he thinks about all of that. I can imagine he's not going to be someone cheering on Okada when it comes to that contest. Forearm in the face from Owens, looking for a German suplex here. Gets all of it. Sabin feeling the rough impact of that one. And Owens definitely want to bounce back from the Royal Rumble, I imagine. Have we seen him since? Yeah, we have. The last time we saw him actually was last week. He got punched in the balls by Shinsuke Nakamura. So we're looking to bounce back from that one as well. Bit of disrespect. Owens, I imagine, got to be pleased for Okada. Okada came out with him last week, maybe as a bit of mind games, but definitely showed support for Kevin Owens as well, standing up for him when he couldn't stand on his own 2 feet. Big clothesline there from the multi-time WWE Champion. Cover made here. Owens looking for victory with it. Kick out there at the count of 1 by Chris Sabin. Oh, nice quick strike there from Owens. Big counter for Sabin as well. Nice drop toe hold. Using his speeding as the bigger man there to his advantage. Good Hurricanrana right now, and the leader of the D.C.C. is doing as he pleases. Looks like he's going to hang out Owens to dry on the ropes once again. Here indeed he is. And Owens in trouble now. Sabin going to take things up high. We haven't seen this a whole lot this evening. Someone from the top rope, and it didn't work out there for Chris Sabin. Heavy impact on his knee, and oh, his knee sent right into the ring mat as well. Cover made by Owens on Sabin. Kick out at 1. Owens lifts him back up to his feet here. He's definitely trying to control this match in his own way. Sabin counters. Oh, good lariat from Owens there. Great quick response. But Sabin, oh, good strength from Sabin. Hit that German suplex, no denying it. That was very very powerful indeed there from Sabin. And trying to steal one here from underneath Owens' nose, trying to get a win. Trying to get the small package to pan out there, but Sabin just not going to get his wish. Very early kick out from Owens, who sweeps the leg away from Chris Sabin. Boston Crab applied here, sitting down on the small of the back. Sabin having to crawl a long way to the ropes. Can he make it? Here is the question. And not necessary. Sabin able to flip his way out of that hold. Owens also slow back up to his feet. Sabin using all of that to his advantage, stomping a hole right in the chest of Kevin Owens there. And he'll go to the turnbuckle again in full support of the D.C.C. right next to him. Watching on as Owens slowly gets up to his feet here. Sabin to fly. Big drop kick. big drop kick indeed from Sabin, who hits a kick in the gut. Into the armbar, into the armbar. Sabin could be very close indeed to a victory here. Wrenching on the arm, talking on it, trying to get the win right here, right now. Oh, wait a minute. Good work there by Owens. He knows his way out of those holes, and he gets his way out of that cross armbar with no problem. But there could be problems for Chris Sabin. Package pile driver connects. Right out of the blue, Sabin could be done for. There's 2, there's 3. Owens wins in the blink of an eye. It only takes one move to win. Kevin Owens proving that point to be true. The package pile driver doing the job necessary. Kevin Owens with another win to his name. More momentum being added for what could be a post-WrestleMania push for the belt for Kevin Owens. We'll have to find out about that one. Nevertheless, Owens your winner, and he's going to be glad about that one. But it's time to move on to our main event here. And what a main event it's going to be. Wait a minute. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, I'm receiving reports that... Are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to go backstage. Something bad is happening. Oh my... No. Ladies and gentlemen, we're backstage here. Oh no, you are kidding me. This is a retired man. This is a retired man. Do you have no decency, Bobby Fish? Do you have no decency whatsoever? No, neck breaker on the concrete floor. This is a sick, twisted, vile human being. You are sick, Bobby Fish. You are sick in every sense of the word. Assaulting a retired, defenseless man. What is wrong with you, Fish? Oh my goodness, no, don't do this. Don't do this. Oh, head first into the bonnet of the car right there. Bobby Fish with a disgusting look on his face as a retired Shawn Michaels lays weakened on the ground. You sick piece of shit. Well, I thought things were over between them. I thought he was enjoying the sweet relief of knowing he was retired and was gonna let him do whatever. That was horrendous. That was honestly horrific from Bobby Fish. Are we surprised? I mean, I am. I'm not surprised the Fish would do something like that, but at the same time, I just don't get why he did it. It's disgusting, it's hideous, and it's taken away from what was going to be a great main event right now. Now the focus turns back towards Shawn Michaels. That's a retired man. That is a man retired from the business who Bobby Fish just took that out on. And for what? Why? He had nothing. He had no reason to assault him. That was sickening. That was vile. And now Riddle's got to do this match with that thought in the back of his head that his mentor in Shawn Michaels is now on the floor of the arena, backstage. There may be a smile on his face. He may be trying to look like he's gone. He may be trying to look like he's focused right now. But how can you be focused after something like that? We talk about sick people a lot in this universe because there are a lot of sick and twisted people. Bobby Fish is right up there. Assaulting a retired man for no reason. That's the legacy of the longest reigning WWE champion in this universe. That's the legacy of arguably one of the greatest champions in this universe as well. 390 days and for what? To assault a defenseless man like that? For no reason? You are sick, Bobby Fish. You are twisted. You are the scum of the earth. Doing actions like that makes you no better than the likes of Corin. And you can tell right now that has fired up Matt Riddle here. That he is fired up right now, and I don't blame him either. He just watched his mentor Or I imagine he's received the word about his mentor being completely out of it backstage right now because of Bobby Fish. And now he has to wrestle within the back of his head against Kota Ibushi with a WrestleMania match on the line. Are you kidding me? How do you focus on something like that? Well, I'll tell you one thing that Riddle's doing to focus on it is to just take his anger out on Ibushi. God, I hope Shawn Michaels is okay. I really do. I mean, the guy's been through enough as of late. And Bobby Fish just trying to add to the problems right then and there. Kota Ibushi, meanwhile, dropkick through the ropes as this main event gets underway right now. Both these guys represented Smackdown in the King of the Ring, and Ibushi was the shock of the tournament, going out in the very first round to runner-up Christian. Riddle also being eliminated by Christian in the semi-finals, however. Ibushi looks for the 450 early on, just how he did in his match against Christian. Looked for the Phoenix Splash too early, missed it, and never got back into the match. Look at the anger now being shown from Matt Riddle here with every move he's hitting, stomping the back. Look at this now, taking it all out on Kota Ibushi, stomping away at his back, kicking him in the face. This is what Bobby Fish has done. This is what he has unleashed. An incredible fire within Matt Riddle. Double knees in the back right there, and Ibushi, you can see, arching his back in pain, discomfort. Double knees in the back again from Matt Riddle. Look at this. He is just all business right now. All focus. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to say deadlift gut wrench suplex, but he's hung on this one. He's hung on. He's still going. There's a second from Riddle. And now a third one will connect. Ibushi in huge trouble. Or not. The Golden Star just shrugs it off and responds with a Pele kick. These two guys are incredible athletes. They wanted a fight with nothing but respect for one another, respect for the Intercontinental title. The thought of challenging Finn Balor on the grandest stage of them all. Ibushi catches Riddle between the ropes right there and drives a knee into his back. Ibushi knows that if he can stop the anger, if he can almost use the anger that Riddle has against him, he could be in for a good chance of being the number one contender to the Intercontinental title. Knee in the chest there. Bro to sleep. And a running kick that follows up after it. Ibushi could be done for already. Cover made. Oh, rope break, says the referee. Controversial call there. Not too certain about that. I don't think Ibushi would have been over and done by it anyway. Looking for a dragon. Countered. Oh, look at that. Wrist clutch suplex there from Kota Ibushi. Thing of beauty. Turns around. Matt Riddle, this one, straight jacket German, bridges, and Riddle's foot was on the rope there. Good call by the ref on that one, no doubt about it. Oh, boot is caught, and what a kick from Matt Riddle to the back of the head of Kota Ibushi, and Ibushi struggling to get something going right now. Riddle doing a great job of stopping him and sending him to the outside. Riddle has had nothing but bad run-ins and a lot of anger towards the Dangerous Alliance over the last few weeks and months, and this only adds to it, to be honest, with what we've seen right now. There's got to be something. There's got to be action taken against what we just saw from Bobby Fish. Ibushi from up high, nice drop kick there. I'm not about action where someone comes after. I'm not about action where the general manager does something about this. How can you let something like that happen on your brand? I have absolutely no idea. That is heinous. Hideous. German suplex from Matt Riddle. Cover made, trying to put away Ibushi, but the Golden Star kicks out at one. Riddle, though, dragging Ibushi slightly away from the ropes, and this is why. Here we go, looking for the Bro Mission. He's got it locked in. Looking to become the number one contender. Looking to win this one for Shawn Michaels. Looking to go to WrestleMania. But Ibushi powering his way out of it. So many times the Golden Star has fought for the Intercontinental title. So many times he's come up short. And he doesn't want this one to be the time where he does come up short. He wants this one to be the one where he wins it all. What a moonsault from Ibushi. Middle of the ring. Cover made. Is it enough to challenge Balor? Not even enough for a 2 count. Shows how fired up Matt Riddle is right now. Shows how much heart there is within this man in this moment. Big belly to belly. And Riddle calling to the heavens in this moment. Chinlock applied right now. Riddle looking for a flying forearm there. Got stuffed from Kota Ibushi. And good work. Snapdragon suplex from Ibushi as well. Lays out Matt Riddle. And might put Ibushi right where he wants to go. No distractions for him in this match. Only the sweet thought of victory. Ibushi. Phoenix Splash. And a trip to WrestleMania is not there. Kick out at 2 from Riddle. And Ibushi can't believe it. What a feat of strength there though. In an incredible corkscrew moonsault. But these two men trading shots back and forth with one another. Forearm from Riddle. Oh, up and over to the outside. He goes as well. Ibushi. Oh my. Clears the top rope. A daredevil is Ibushi, taking any risk, but Riddle fighting back and sending Ibushi into the steps now. What a main event this is. You're seeing what this means to both guys. You're seeing everything this means. And look at this. Ibushi rushing right back into the ring. He wants to settle it in the squared circle. Kick in the back of the head from Riddle once again. And there's no response from Kota Ibushi in the moment. It's like that move almost knocked him out. And Riddle trying to take full advantage. Deadlift German suplex. Got all of it. Cover. Ibushi's full on the rope. Can't deny that one. Wait a minute. Riddle dragging him away from the ropes. He's going to look for it again. He's going to look for it again. A second promission. It's locked in. If Ibushi could kick his leg about an inch further, an inch to the left, he could make the ropes. But he doesn't need them. Again, Ibushi fighting out of the hold. This is absolutely incredible to see these men sacrificing everything for the shot at the Intercontinental title. Hanging him out to dry. There was the Golden Star. Hurricanrana from Ibushi. Hooks the leg in. Cover on Riddle. Is it enough? No. Big kick there. Riddle tying up with him. Oh, running knee from Riddle. Corked him with it. Corked him with that running knee. Is it enough? No! Kick out at 2 from Ibushi. Riddle lifting him right up to his feet. Ibushi stops him. Catches the boot. What a kick from Ibushi. This match has been just outstanding from minute 1. Capture suplex. How do you work at this high? Non-stop, I just don't know. Dragon suplex from Ibushi. Riddle in the middle of the ring. Ibushi might see the chance in front of him. Might see the headlines beckoning WrestleMania. Kamigoye! 1, 2, and Riddle's out at 2. Ibushi can't believe it, and neither can I. But Ibushi with not a moment to let him recover. Another Kamigoye. 1, 2. That one doesn't do it either. Shawn Michaels is just willing Ibushi on right now. What happened backstage is willing on. Kota Ibushi is willing on Matt Riddle every step of the way. Pop-up drop kick from Ibushi. And he knows, for all that Riddle's gone through, for as disgusting as that action was, he needs this title. He needs to be the number 1 contender. Ankle lock from Riddle. Look at how high he's talking Ibushi up with it. But Ibushi doesn't give in. Kicks him away. Look for something big there, but the only thing big was the knee in the face from the Golden Star. Trading chops again. An absolutely fantastic main event between these two sides. up in the air right now. Not where you want to be at all. And Ibushi might be about to find that one out. No, the back of Riddle gave out. A mistake made by Riddle. And Ibushi will capitalize with another dragon suplex. Ibushi going up high. Will this be the one to do it? Ibushi! Phoenix Splash to Riddle. 1, 2, it's over. Kota Ibushi is the #1 contender to the Intercontinental title. What a match. What a fantastic match between two fantastic athletes. It's Ibushi who wins. Ibushi will challenge Finn Balor for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. And Riddle must be shrouded deep in the thoughts, though, of what he saw backstage. Fish attacked. That had to have put him off his game. But what a match it was. Both guys gave it everything. But in the end, it's Kota Ibushi who has punched his ticket to WrestleMania. The Golden Star will face Finn Balor. Absolutely cannot wait for it. That is to come at Mania, but SmackDown Live still isn't done here tonight. It is time to hear from the #1 contender to the WWE Championship. He's going to Mania again. Kazuchika Okada up next. And there he is. Okada has to be so celebratory in victory, but it seems as if he's all about sending his statement message this evening. He says that the Rainmaker has been reborn in its own way. After the win over Corin, after the win over Nakamura, he is going to WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. He is not letting down the crowd at WrestleMania either. Okada is set on one goal and one goal only: becoming the WWE Champion once more. It is so good to see Okada back in a good frame of mind for the first time in months. He is also sending his warning to Brock Lesnar that he is going to have to unleash the beast, because the Rainmaker is coming for what is rightfully his. It has been a long time, and he is hungry for that WWE Championship back around his waist. He is not going to allow anything at all to get in the way of making it happen. Okada, as I said before, is set on one thing, and that is being the WWE champ. Oh my God! That can only beckon the arrival of one man. Brock Lesnar is here! The Beast is on SmackDown Live. The WWE Champion, with belt around his waist, is heading to the ring to meet his WrestleMania challenger. The man who he took that belt from at SummerSlam. Lesnar heading right towards the ring. Oh my, this is a big one. This is going to be huge. Lesnar walking right towards the ring, steering a hole through Okada. These two men destined to do it once more. It's going to be incredible. Lesnar in the ring and Okada getting in with him. Oh, look at this stare down between WrestleMania opponents, looking each other right in the eyes. They will meet once again at WrestleMania, and they're getting up close with one another. And wait a minute, Lesnar swings first. German suplex for Brock Lesnar. Lesnar wasn't interested in just staring down with Okada. He wants to fight him right now, in front of everyone. He wants to send his message before WrestleMania. Lesnar just wanting to brutalize, to victimize Okada. This is the final step to Okada getting everything back to the way it was, and Lesnar isn't interested in letting that happen. Thrown to the outside there, and the fight is on now between these two. But look at this, Okada fights back. Okada fighting back against Brock Lesnar, trying to mount some sort of fight back here. Oh, but it's Lesnar now who can start swinging. And when he starts swinging, Okada is not going to enjoy it, but the Rainmaker able to stuff him. These two men fighting their way up the ramp right now. Okada came out yet to send a message to Lesnar. Instead, he's getting up close and personal with him just before WrestleMania. Look at this, swinging at one another. Lesnar with a slap in the face to the Rainmaker. Oh, these two men absolutely despise one another. There's no doubt about it. And it's going to be even better when they meet at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship once again. What a fight it's going to be. And as they continue to fight to close things out on SmackDown Live, we are out of time. We've got to go on this evening.